Welcome to Social Work Updates. In this video, we are going to talk about the common theories in social work. Social workers can use a variety of clinical theories in their practice. But before we proceed to the following theories, let us understand first. What role does theory play in social work? Understanding clinical theories is an important component of a social worker's job, as any social work lecturer will tell you. It permits social workers to use evidence-based ways to investigate the roots of particular behaviors. These theories and methods are also used by social workers to treat client issues, with evidence to back them up. This is particularly crucial for social workers, who must avoid letting personal assumptions or biases get in the way of good treatment programs. Learning about these theories can also assist social workers in implementing effective solutions rather than clinging to flimsy answers. If a therapy strategy doesn't work, social workers can look into why and apply what they've learned to try something else. In their work with clients, social workers might use elements from a variety of clinical theories. They may utilize the theories of systems, social learning, psychosocial development, psychodynamic, transpersonal, and rational choice are some of the most common approaches for social workers. Many of these beliefs were established in the last century, and several of them are based on Sigmund Freud's psychoanalysis theories. Some of these theories have a wide perspective, for example, systems theory, while others are more focused on specific conflicts, like psychosocial theory. Some social workers may utilize aspects of each theory, while others may use none at all. More information about the most common social work theories may be found as you continue watching the video. Let's start with system theory. Human behavior, according to systems theory, is the product of a broader system made up of various pieces, including their interactions and external influences like their surroundings. A person's family, peers, school, work, or community may all have a role. Microsystems, mesosystems, exosystems, and macrosystems are among the various types of systems recognized by sociologists. Social workers investigate how their clients' behavior are influenced by the systems in which they live. Living in a poverty-stricken environment, for example, might have a substantial impact on how a person makes decisions. In order to create a more concise treatment plan for their client, social workers can devise methods based on these systems. The next theory is social learning theory. Social learning theory, developed by psychologist Albert Bandura in the 1970s, explains how other people's actions can influence one's own behavior. Individuals take up behaviors through studying and mimicking the people around them, according to Bandura. Social learning theory, unlike behavioral theories, posits that people deliberately and intellectually process other people's behavior before replicating them. When engaging with children who engage in aggressive or violent behaviors, social workers may employ social learning theory. Children might imitate their parents or other important adults in their lives. When social workers are able to pinpoint the source of a child's behavior, they can develop an effective treatment plan. The next theory is the psychosocial development theory. Erickson, influenced by Sigmund Freud's seminal work, offers multiple stages of development for a person's ego identity, personal identity, and social and cultural identity. According to Erickson's view, persons face distinct conflicts at certain phases of their lives. Among the conflicts are trust versus mistrust, in infancy; autonomy versus shame and doubt, in early childhood; initiative versus guilt, in preschool age; industry versus inferiority, in school age; identity versus role confusion, in adolescence; intimacy versus isolation, in young adulthood; generativity versus stagnation, in middle adulthood; ego integrity versus despair, in maturity. According to Erickson's thesis, humans can develop a healthy ego by properly navigating these conflicts at each stage of their lives. When working with clients, social workers may take into account these conflicts. Next is the psychodynamic theory. Psychodynamic theory, first proposed by Sigmund Freud at the turn of the 20th century and popularized by Carl Jung, Melanie Klein, and Anna Freud, contends that our personalities develop as a result of numerous internal processes. Our personalities are mostly developed during our early childhood, according to Freud, and our personalities are made up of three primary parts: the id for impulse, ego for decision making, and superego for self-control or conscience. Psychodynamic theory also places a premium on an individual's unconscious thought process as the source of their actions. Psychodynamic theory can be used by social workers to help clients evaluate the underlying causes of specific behaviors, frequently taking into account the client's childhood, to help explain why they act the way they do. Social workers can provide a variety of psychodynamic therapies, such as transference and dream analysis, based on psychodynamic theory. We also have transpersonal theory. Transpersonal theory takes a holistic view to humans, taking into account spirituality, the interaction between the body and mind, and awareness. Although most psychologists do not regard transpersonal theory to be scientific, many therapists and mental health practitioners use components of it in their practice. On their patients, they might use meditation, mindfulness practices, or hypnosis. And lastly is the rational choice theory. People make judgments and carry out behaviors based on their own rational thought processes, according to rational choice theory, especially if those decisions benefit the individual. Other clinical theories that imply people make decisions based on unconscious cognitive processes are clearly contradicted by this notion. Although rational choice theory is most commonly associated with economics, social workers can use these ideas to their work as well. Social workers might evaluate how clients believe their choices will benefit them to better understand why they make particular decisions. Social workers can also help clients achieve their objectives by developing solutions and recommending resources. And that's it. Thanks for watching. For more social work updates, please watch and like the video, hit the bell and subscribe to my YouTube channel.